Dools,
Has.
the first trailer for The Batman has been revealed and holy shit, it's good. The Suicide Squad gets a featurette, and will Rocksteady's new title be a fucking hit? All that and more, but Dools just rolled it. Intro. Welcome, one and all, to another episode of the More Cops on Duty podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Harry. With me, of course, is the King Shark to my dead shot, Edward Dools Dooley. Dools, how you doing?
Look, I'm doing okay. Yeah, you know what? Apparently Deadshot was already a character in the Arkhamverse, but he was white. So if it's a continuation, it's like, I mean, I prefer this new look, Deadshot. I mean, they're clearly trying to model it after the Will Smith movie version, but at the same time, it's like, are they going to explain that, or I don't know. I mean, is this even worth explaining? Should I just shut the fuck up?
Yeah, it's like a glossed over sort of.
I don't know. I'm just like, they made a big deal about the continuity and. I mean, if it's still their own universe and it's part of the Arkhamverse, I mean, maybe Batman makes a little appearance. Who knows? But yeah, a lot of DC stuff, and it's all pretty exciting.
Sure is, Dools. Well, majority of this podcast will be DC, but until then, Dools, before you ask, I am good, thank you. But until then, Dools, let's say that an average Joe stumbles upon the podcast More Cops on Duty on Spotify and has no idea what it's about, no idea what it
I
entails.
defer them to the expert, Harrison Argyle.
More Cops on Duty is internet's #1 film, game, and TV podcast. We post twice a week sometimes. Wednesday for your main Prime show, and Friday for your more review/discussion show. You can find us on all your favourite streaming services and all your favourite socials once Dools decides to post. But Dools, we like to start off each and every week with what we've been watching, what we've been playing. Do you want me to start, or should you?
Has you go ahead.
Thanks, bud. I've been playing a lot of Fall Guys, Dools. A lot of Fall Guys. I am on the Fall Guys train. Played 3 games at lunch. Each game I came second in the final round.
Wow.
Wow. Dude, absolute fury inside of me. The Fall Guys is taking over the world. Have you seen the streaming numbers? They're huge. They're huge.
Yeah, I think it has consistently beaten like Fortnite and League of Legends a few times, which is crazy.
There's talks of it that it should become an e-sport. Do you reckon?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
It's not skill. I mean, it's skill based to an extent, but at the same time, there's just so much luck involved.
There is so much luck involved.
Like, yeah.
Which that's the point that I'm like, it shouldn't be an e-sport. But I get the factor, like, of how popular it is and stuff like that. People want to capitalize on it. I understand that, but like,
I feel like I could be a fucking e-athlete in Fall Guys. I feel like anyone could. That's why it just seems a little silly. But
how many crowns you got, Dools?
Well, I don't play it as much as you, but
Dools.
I actually had a couple games the other day where maybe second or third after that crown, and it's frustrating. It is frustrating.
It is absolutely frustrating. I finished the remastered campaign for Modern Warfare 2. The ending hurts emotionally as much as it did in 2006. And Dools, we went and saw 2 movies over the weekend at the cinema. Went and saw Blues Brothers, one of my all-time favourite films. What'd you think?
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Nice. Okay. Is that all?
Yeah, I don't know. It's good. I don't have this affinity for it like you do.
Sure.
It's definitely far like zanier and more off the wall than I thought it was.
It's very bizarre
from what I remember.
Very bizarre.
But yeah, it's a bit of fun. I think it's a movie everyone should see for sure if you haven't already. It's good.
Are you cops? No, ma'am. We're musicians. Fuck, man. I love that film. I love that film so much. I'll take 2 fried chickens and a Coke. Is that wings or legs? I'll have 2 fried chickens and a Coke. It's so good. Dools, we finally, after months of delays, months of rescheduling of release dates, we finally saw Tenet. We'll be doing an in-depth review probably to come out this weekend because we want to see it again before we review it because we have...
it simply requires it.
Yeah, like we have like an opinion of the film right now, whether it's good or bad, we'll find out. But it definitely requires another viewing to fully understand the extent of it. But like,
it's just one of the more plot dense films we've seen in a while.
Yeah, but still, in saying that, it definitely needs to be seen on the big screen. It's it's phenomenal. In terms of the story, we'll get into it in our in-depth review. But Dools, what have you been doing? What's your life been entailing?
Yeah, just cruising, man. I just as you mentioned, Blues Brothers and Tenet. Tenet was excellent. That'll be good to review. Gaming not too much. Yeah, but a Fall Guys here and there, and not too much this week. I gotta say.
That's all right. Fair. Nice. So, are you okay?
Oh yeah, no, I don't know. I guess that is unusual for me to. I don't know. I'm trying to remember. I mean, I'm still watching Always Sunny. I mean, that show is it's something special, man. It's I'm telling you.
Are you still playing through?
Sorry,
no, go on. No, I butted in. Go on.
No, I think it's just it's kind of remarkable how it's maintained its quality, and I'm halfway through the 11th season. Just think about that for a second.
That's insane.
11th season. So
that's insane. That's so good. But are you still playing through Dark Souls?
Oh yeah, Dark Souls 2. Yeah, I haven't played it in a little bit, but it's I'm finding it fair bit harder than the first one, which is fun. But
kicking your ass. Do you know how far through the game you are?
Oh, I mean through the main game, pretty far, but there's like a whole bunch of DLC which I'm like even debating whether I want to do because it's just that fucking grueling. But I don't know. I probably will. So I mean, in that sense, I'm maybe halfway through.
Yeah, fair enough.
They're big games.
Fair enough. Until then, Dools, let's get into the news of the week. Give me a jingle.
News of the week.
Nice. All right. So DC Fandom dropped, Dools. Full 24 hours of ongoing news. A lot dropped. But until we get to them, let's just knock off the other points of the news.
Yep.
Did you see that the trailer dropped for the new Lord of the Rings game, Lord of the Rings Gollum?
Yeah, I saw that it dropped. I didn't watch it. I watched like a teaser.
It's very CGI heavy. There's no gameplay or anything.
Yeah, I've already seen like gameplay and stuff a while back. It's very weird. I don't know who's making this. I think the Lord of the Rings license is like so many people have access to it in different capacities. Like, because this is specifically about Gollum and. I think it's like stealth action or some shit. Like,
it's stealth adventure or something like that.
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm good.
It's not for me. It's not for me either. I do I completely agree with you that the license has been banged around the whole industry. Like, Monolith Games are making some great games though. Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War. Those games are great. I need to get back to Shadow of War because I played it at launch and it wasn't good. But it was just so buggy.
Really?
And apparently it's completely patched and it's like completely fixed. And apparently now it's an excellent game. So I do want to give it another.
I think I played it at launch. It was fun.
Oh well, I might have just been me. But I do want to give it another shot. I might give it a shot after I finish.
Oh yeah, that's a great game. That is a great game
too. Because I platinumed the first one. I just want to get both plats. I think. Duels. Well, before I go on to the next one, I agree with you. Gollum, not for me. The trailer just showed, it was like a big panning shot of all the caves and stuff with some voiceover, and it showed Gollum. The character looks so weird. It's got way too much hair than it did in comparison to the film. But yeah, again, like, stealth games aren't always my forte. They have to really entice me because I'm not really a stealth guy.
Yeah.
But like some could argue the majority of Last of Us is stealth. And that's my favorite game of all time. But that's predominantly because of the story. But yeah, this isn't speaking to me. I'm not a massive Lord of the Rings guy. I really like the movies. I watched them again recently, and I just, I love them. But like, in terms, the Gollum's never been a character where I'm like, I really want to play a game with him. But
yeah, it's weird.
In saying that though,
that's what I'm saying, because from what I understand, there's this Chinese company who's done a Lord of the Rings MMO that still partially own the IP for games. Then there's WB Games, which, you know, they get Monolith making the Shadow of War games. But if you notice, they're not allowed to use Lord of the Rings in the title or anything, and I think they have to be careful about how they've referenced certain things in the game. So the IP has some weird limitations around it. But I mean, there's this. I think they're a relatively unknown studio doing this, and yeah, I guess they were like given the opportunity to make a Lord of the Rings game, and it's like, okay, well, you know, what can we do here? It's like, okay, well, here's the characters you can make the game about, and they slide a list across the table, and it just says Gollum. I'm like, all right, well, fuck it, all right, like,
yeah, hands are tied.
To be honest, at that point, I would walk out of the room, but anyway, yeah, I mean, I don't know. This game's for someone. The fact that it has Lord of the Rings in the title will rope some people in, but yeah, it's not for me.
Fair enough. Dools, moving on. Tell me about this new Switch that was coming out next year.
Yeah, so this was just this popped up today, and I think it's more than a rumor now. I think all the big outlets are reporting on it. Bloomberg also said and you know, they're notable for leaking, not leaking, but I guess reporting on the PS5 production and production costs earlier this year. Pretty much saying like, yes, this is real. There will be a new, like, you know, quote unquote pro Switch coming out early next year. So, you know, they might go for the 4-year mark around when the first one came out. And hard to believe it's been 4 years, Jesus.
That's insane, yeah.
Yeah, I think they're targeting 4K, but that's not confirmed. But just all in all, it's going to be an upgraded model, and they're planning some big games to release alongside it. So I wouldn't even be surprised if maybe Breath of the Wild 2 is ready to go around then.
Do you reckon Breath of the Wild 2 could be next year?
Yeah, definitely. It could be next year for sure.
Fuck, man.
Yeah. I mean, you imagine
sell.
like that's going to be a big game, but at the same time, they're reusing everything from Breath of the Wild. All the legwork's done. Engine, assets.
That's right.
They just got to do a new story essentially, and yeah.
Oh, dude, imagine if it's better than the first one. Imagine.
The only way they can top it is if it's just more Breath of the Wild, but we get traditional dungeons thrown in there as well. Then I'm so in. I mean,
that was the only downfall. It wasn't really a downfall. It was just like an aspect that I was missing, you know?
Yeah.
Of the game. But yeah, other than that, that'd be so cool. I can't wait for that. Dools, let's get into DC fandom because that's going to take the majority of our news. Let's break down the stuff that we knew was already going to be there. Justice League's Snyder Cut trailer.
Did you say Schneider?
Overcut with...
You chuck a little CH in there?
Schneider. Yeah, the Schneider Cut trailer, overdone with the Hallelujah song. What do you think of it? I think it was really cool. Like it was kind of symbolic that it's that's what I took it as symbolic of that's what the fans were saying. It's like Hallelujah, it's here.
Well, I took it multiple ways. So I think I saw people saying that when he used that song in the sex scene in Watchmen, he was like ridiculed for like, I don't know, like, oh, this is a comic book movie and you're trying to make this avant-garde sex scene, you know, with using, oh my God, I forget the artist's name, but, you know, just the original Hallelujah. And I don't know, maybe that was him kind of like biting back at critics there. I also saw that apparently that song just holds a special place in his heart related to his daughter, who, you know, I think she was the one who took her life during Justice League production, and that's what led to him leaving the project initially. Yeah. So I think there's a whole bunch of reasons, and yeah, I think what you said as well also like makes sense. I think it was like anyone who's not really familiar with like the meta situation behind the Snyder Cut might be like, what the fuck is this? Like, isn't this a comic book movie? But yeah, I think there's like a lot of meaning behind that song, and I think. I was really impressed by the trailer. I think we're going to get a thematically very different film. There's essentially 2 hours plus more content, like footage.
Yeah,
which
he
is
said that there
insane.
it was 4 1 hour parts.
Yeah, I'm probably just going to binge it. That doesn't sound like fun to me, watching 1 hour a week apart or whatever. I'll just wait till it all comes out.
Agreed.
But yeah, so I'm just really intrigued more than anything. I think it's literally impossible that it could be worse though than the 2017 Justice League. If it is, then I'm writing off Zack Snyder forever. That this is his last chance, in my opinion. But I don't know. I think if he can somehow turn this into a good movie, then I think DC should get him back.
Oh, dude, that'd be so good. I agree. Like, I'm all for giving him another chance. But I agree. Like, I wasn't a massive fan of Man of Steel, and BVS is BVS, and I'm the same with everyone with Justice League. So, but I'm in the camp that I'm ready to be proven wrong, about Justice League. So I'm going in with an open mind. I want it to be good. Dools, moving on. DC news. Let's keep going. Let's keep the train rolling. We got the first reveal of Warner Brothers Montreal's game. Is it Warner Brothers Montreal?
Yep,
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
Gotham Knights, Dools, where the story takes place and Batman is presumably dead, and you play as 4 roles: Batgirl, Nightwing, Robin, and the Red Hood.
Yep.
This looks really cool. I like the look of this game. I think it looks like a lot of fun. You could either play it single player, you could do it co-op. I really like that. I think this looks like a lot of fun. Just looks like another Arkham game. I'm all for it. What do you think?
Yeah, I think you said it. It just looks like WB's follow-up to Arkham Origins, which was that interstitial title they did, and that was their crack at the Arkham franchise. And I think they did a good enough job. They were pretty much entrusted the series now. I think it probably took WB a lot of courage to drop the Arkham name, because it's just so synonymous with Batman games now. But I think it looks good. What I found to be a little strange though in the trailer was I'm noticing this trend of games calling themselves RPGs, but all they're doing is adding levels to enemies above their head and giving them, and watching their hit points fly off when you hit them.
Yeah.
The thing that contradicts this entirely, and the idea of a concept of an RPG where you're leveling up, you're progressing your character and customizing your character, is that they said in the thing that enemies scale with you as you level. So what's the point of leveling up?
Oh, they didn't say that. I'm pretty sure I watched an interview of the gameplay where he says the levels stay the same, so that when you fight Dr. Freeze at level 5, it's very different to how you fight Dr. Freeze at level 15.
Yeah, exactly. Enemies scale with you.
What do you mean?
So
I thought you meant scale with you gets as...
So no matter what
15,
level...
it's easier, right?
No. No matter what level you are, just as he said, if you go into that fight as level 5 versus Dr. Freeze, you fight a level 5 Dr. Freeze. If you're 15, he's 15. It's the same with...
No, he said that they don't change in the gameplay video, didn't he?
No,
I think if you go in as
said,
level 15, it's going to be easier.
I might need to double check this, but I'm pretty sure I saw that.
Let's presume you're right. You're probably right.
So, just based on that, I think, because that's also what Assassin's Creed did, and that was I don't know. I mean, it just makes you be like, well, what's the point in leveling up my character if they're all just going to be the same level as me? I mean, it kind of defeats the purpose of... Anyway, but other than that, I think it just looks like more Arkham and it looks good. So
yeah, it looks like a fun game, and there is no chance that the Batman's actually dead. There is no chance.
Oh fuck no, yeah.
No chance. Also, it needs to be mentioned that this game does not take place in the Arkham universe. But what does take place in the Arkham universe, Dools, how about that for a segue, is Rocksteady's new title, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, to which we got the first CGI trailer for. And I thought the CGI trailer was awesome. What do you think of it? I thought it looked great.
Sorry, just real quick, so I've just looked up an article from Eurogamer.
Go ahead.
So, yes, enemies scale with the player's level in Arkham and Gotham Knights. So
My bad. I must have misheard him. Yeah, that's. I completely agree with your point. Then.
a little strange.
Yeah, because
Anyway.
I could have sworn in the gameplay you said that if you go in as level 5, it's a completely different battle than if you go in as level 15.
Yeah, well, I think
But,
he's
like,
just saying that in the way that because when you're level 15, you have different powers.
Right. Yeah.
I don't
okay,
think
that might be
that
it.
has
Yeah.
nothing to do with like him being a different level or whatever.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, that's probably
that's
what
all
it
right.
is.
Just pay
That's all
attention
right.
next time.
But I agree with you now. That makes no sense. That's a bad way to put it. Yeah, Dools. Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. What'd you think?
Yeah. So, as you said, only got a CG trailer, but I think it just sets the scene and the tone of the game perfectly. It's going to be just this fun third-person action romp where you are playing as 4 members of the Suicide Squad: Harley Quinn, Deadshot, King Shark, Captain Boomerang, and you can do so on the fly. So it sounds like almost like Gotham Knights. I mean, it's switch in, switch out co-op as well. It's not a dedicated online game, thank God. Like another one.
Yeah, thank God.
It's funny how, with the exception of Spider-Man, DC are fucking slaughtering Marvel on the game side of things. Just slaughtering.
Yep.
God,
Sure
how do you
are.
fuck up an Avengers game like this? Man, I think it's a really, really cool idea that you are playing essentially as villains, or it looks like villains turned reluctant heroes, to then take down the people who would traditionally be the heroes. So I think like it wasn't as cool and ballsy as I thought it might be, where it's just like, no, you're literally just going around killing the Justice League because like, I don't know, because you can or whatever. No, but it seems like, no, you're going to have to fight them to save the city or whatever. So, I mean, it's still very much a hero-based game. Like, you're the heroes.
Yeah.
And the Justice League just happen to be brainwashed and you got to take them down. But, yeah, I'm pretty stoked. It looks cool. This will be the first time we've seen Superman, like, in one of these kind of games, like, God, in forever. I mean, I don't know, yeah, in such a long time. If you discount like Injustice and stuff, which I wouldn't include in this instance.
Yeah, I'm so keen for this. I think this looks awesome. Rocksteady they hit it out of the park every single title that they have. So they're like, if the rumor is that Xbox are going to acquire Rocksteady, which I don't think it will be for this title.
I think that's
at
off
least.
the table now. Apparently, AT&T are holding on to WB for the time being.
Okay, cool. Because at the end of the trailer, it said PS5.
Yeah.
On it, so I noticed that. I was like, well, it's not going to be for this title. But like, even if they did, like the hypothetical world, if Xbox acquired Rocksteady, that would be their Naughty Dog. Like that'd be a huge studio to have.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always quality out of them. It's always quality. I think it looks good, but there's no gameplay, so we can't really talk about it much. So you can probably guess that it's at least a few years off. If not, probably 2022, 2023, I'd guess. Dools, would you say?
Sorry, Suicide Squad? Yeah, it says 2022 in the trailer.
Yeah, okay, cool. Staying on Suicide Squad, Dools, we got the first look into the Suicide Squad, James Gunn's film. Got a little featurette, about 5 minutes long. I thought it was great. All the characters look amazing, and they explain the film in a really interesting way, that it's a 1970s war film, which I think that sounds awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it won't obviously be set in the 70s because it's still technically meant to be a canon sequel.
No.
To the thing, but I think, yeah, in tone or whatever, maybe like a fucking just like wacky, like Apocalypse Now type thing. But which is just, I mean, yeah, that's a great way to describe it. I'm surprised we only got a featurette though, because the Batman, we get a full trailer and they've shot 25% of it. Suicide Squad's finished, probably deep into post-production now, you imagine. Can you give us a fucking trailer, guys? Come on.
I just think people are more excited about the Batman than they are Suicide Squad, and they for people to be hyped up about DC fandom, and especially when there's going to be one next month. It's like, this is how to get eyes on it, which I understand, but like it kind of we might get a trailer next DC fandom for the Suicide Squad.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, what do you think of the look of it? Do you reckon it looks sick?
Oh yeah,
what do you think of the characters?
It's actually pretty much what I envisioned. It's just James Gunn making DC's version of Guardians of the Galaxy, but R-rated, which is fucking awesome.
Yep. What do you think of Weasel?
Weasel, I'm terrified of. But I think James Gunn's just got a fetish for forcing his brother to play like these rodent creatures in all his movies. It's something fucking hilarious about that. But I'm just keen to see, like, the cast is ridiculous. You just know, like, at least half of them are going to be, maybe 70% of them are going to be killed in that fucking movie, because there are just so many, like, random offshoot characters who have barely been in one issue of a comic before. Like, James Gunn's just gone so deep, like. But some that I hope some that I hope stick around are like John Cena's new character sounds funny. A douchey Captain America, he's described it as.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Let's see. I mean, you got to keep Captain Boomerang here. I mean, he's like a classic Flash villain, so I think they're going to keep him in for sure. And they're definitely never going to kill Harley off. As long as Margot's willing to play her, they're going to keep her around forever. Yeah, I don't know.
The Polka Dot Man, Dools. The Polka Dot
Man, yeah. Fucking. Oh, little trivia for you. You know, Greg Miller, his first VO role in a game was voicing Polka Dot Man, and that was the first appearance of him in a video game. I think it was in DC Lego or some shit. I saw him tweet about it. Yeah, who's that again? Damon Dalmatian?
Dalmatian. David Dalmatian or something. He's also in Dune. He's in Prisoners, and he's in Dark Knight.
Yeah, he's in a lot of movies.
He's a great actor. He's awesome. He plays like a psychotic.
Oh yeah, you got Idris Elba, who is not playing Deadshot, confirmed. And you got like Nathan Fillion. You got I mean, yeah, it's just a huge cast.
You got Pete Davidson.
Yeah. Like, I didn't know that guy was pursuing acting so much, but that'll be another big film he's in.
I know, unreal. And Dools, they ended DC Fandom with a hell of a trailer. We thought they were going to come in with maybe a scene of the Batman.
I was shocked.
Matt Reeves is like, no way. Here's a full fucking trailer. And as you said, they've only filmed 25% of the film. But if this is all they've filmed, could you imagine what they're yet to film, Dools? This looks awesome.
Yeah, it's no surprise it was an action-packed trailer, because from what I understand, they typically film the action in a film first, just to get it out of the way.
To get all the hard shit out of the way.
But, yeah, oh my goodness, man. It looks really good.
It looks phenomenal.
I wasn't worried. I was cautiously optimistic. We know Matt Reeves is a good director. Rise and War of Planet of the Apes are exceptional films. So there wasn't too big a concern there. But at the same time, like, to make a good Batman movie and to follow Nolan's trilogy, which, let's be honest, I mean, I'm not expecting it to touch those, but I think it can stand alongside them by being its own film and being quite different and unique, which it already looks like it is. Just based on Patterson's Batman, what we see of him so far, how this looks to be a very personal story. Because I think, without giving anything away, they've hinted at that what the Riddler is doing, how he's toying with the Batman, ties into Bruce's own personal history and, et cetera and so on. So it's very interesting. And shout out to Paul Dano as the Riddler. Holy moly.
Oh,
that voiceover.
He looks so good.
Yeah.
So good. This is like made for him.
Yeah.
You know?
I think when I heard that casting, I mean, there were, I think, two perfect casting choices when I heard them. Jeffrey Wright as Commissioner Gordon, or I guess I should say Captain Gordon. Doesn't look like he's Commissioner yet. And Paul Dano as the Riddler. I was like, yes.
Yeah, nailed it.
Just that.
Yeah, and how weird does Colin Farrell look?
Okay, so Colin Farrell is unrecognizable. I did not.
Unrecognizable.
No one knew that was him when they first watched the trailer. Everyone just
forgot
that he was cast. And so when you see like a screenshot or whatever after the fact, and someone's like, "So this is Colin Farrell," and you're like, "Jesus Christ!" Like, yeah, the makeup is just next level. So it'll be. The one thing I'm still worried about is that there are meant to be quite a few villains in this film, and they want to show off Batman's rogues gallery, as they call it. This trailer tells me that Riddler and Penguin will play pivotal roles. Maybe the Riddler a bit more, Penguin a bit more of a scarecrow type villain, a la Batman Begins. But I just hope that because everyone knows that juggling too many villains can quickly derail a film. One of these kinds of films. So, but I mean, just based on this, I think we're in for a treat.
I think it's going to be so good. I can't wait. I can't wait to see more. I think this sold so many people, not only on Robert Pattinson as an actor. I think he looks phenomenal. Like that first shot when it goes over him, it's like he looks stupidly good. Like the bat suit looks fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And also just a shout out to the Dominic Toretto Mad Max Thunderdome type fucking Batmobile that looks so sick. I just want to have a look at. I want them to show Andy Serkis as Alfred, so I'm keen to see that.
Yeah, we get a little. He says a few words, but yeah, we don't get to see him, which is a shame. But I'm sure we will. He's definitely going to play a Jeremy Irons type Alfred, I imagine, where he's like really.
That's what I'm thinking as well.
Like always working on tech in the back cave while Bruce is away or whatever.
Nice, Dools. Well, that's the end of News of the Week, Dools. Let's transition over to Trivia on a Tuesday.
Let's do it. Give me a jingle, Has.
It's Trivia Tuesday. Dools, we saw Tenet, right? We were in the cinema. We finally saw Christopher Nolan's
If it's
Tenet.
more Chris Nolan trivia, I'm hanging up the call.
It's not more Nolan trivia, but good guess. Incorrect. I'm going to take a point off. We finally saw it, Dools, but one of the main aspects of Tenet is time travel. There's a time travel aspect to the film. It's not unique. It's not stereotypical time travel like in Back to the Future, but that's all we'll say of the film. So welcome to Trivia of movies that have a time travel aspect to it, Dools.
Rolls right off the tongue.
It sure does. So, Dools, are you ready?
Let's see what it has.
Question number 1. Edge of Tomorrow, Dools.
Ooh.
Is a fantastic sci-fi action film starring Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt. But it got a name change when it went to DVD. What was the name change?
Okay.
Edge of Tomorrow is a fantastic sci-fi action film starring Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt. But it got a name change when it went to DVD. What was it changed to? Do you want a hint?
Okay. Is it 3 words?
Yes.
Did it get this? I don't know if it got... I'm pretty sure it stayed Edge of Tomorrow even here, though. Even on DVD.
You might be right, but there is this synonymous story.
I know what you're talking
of
about.
This changing.
Okay, it's Live, Die, Repeat.
Correct, Dools. 1 from 1. You're going well. 100% strike rate right now. Clap for Dools. Dools, question number 2. Owen Wilson travels back to the 1920s every night at midnight in this romantic masterpiece.
Midnight in Paris.
Is it Midnight in Paris or Midnight at Paris, Dools?
In?
Dools, that's 2 from 2. Give him a round of applause. 100% strike rate.
Doesn't 100% strike rate mean I've got nothing but strikes?
No, strike rate means strike rate for baseball.
I'm thinking like a fucking strike on a
Nah, Dools. Nah. Dools, I wouldn't.
Baseball game, but
wait.
Great analogy, because of course we all know baseball.
Oh no, we're good. I thought my recording was fucked, but it's not. Yay.
How's question 3?
Just for curiosity, Dools, what's your timer up to in terms of recording?
Let's have a look-see. So, don't get angry. I forgot to hit record. No, I'm kidding. It is at 23 seconds right now.
Beautiful. All right, Dools, we're going well. Question number 3, Dools. Question number 3.
Yeah,
in your second all-time favorite film, Hot Tub Time Machine, Crispin Glover plays a bellboy for the hotel and is doomed to lose his arm. How does it eventually happen?
Jesus.
So at the start of the film, they're in present
It's a
time.
specific. Yeah, no, I remember the character and him losing.
There's
his
that
arm.
great joke every time, like he's doing like chainsaw carvings on a ice
Yeah,
sculpture,
and they think, oh, this is it. This will be it.
and there's the guy that's from like Ballers, and like he's always that funny bald side character. He's like, yes.
Rob, that would be Rob Corddry has.
That's probably it.
He
Yeah.
has a name. He has a name.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember this at all. I'm just gonna go ahead and say I don't know. He puts his arm in the hot tub or something, and then it just gets sucked through time.
He was hit by a car/truck, Dools. It was going past. It was firstly going past, and John Cusack's like, wait. And he like backs up. He's like, oh my god, can you see that? And Rob Corddry's like, what the hell, dude? Why would you take that from me? Because he's just been wanting to see it the whole movie. Then another truck comes by and hits it off. Two from three though, Dools. That's not bad. It's not bad. Question number 4. Duncan Jones directs this film. I'm going to read out the synopsis, okay? A soldier wakes up in someone else's body and discovers he's part of an experimental government program to find the bomber on a commuter train within 8 minutes.
That'd be Source Code has.
Boom, Dools. Give him a point. 3 from 4. Good work.
That's a good movie, dude.
It's a good question. It is a great movie. Jake Gyllenhaal, dude. Great movie. Another summary question, Dools. I'm a bit unoriginal tonight. Question number 5.
Nothing new.
What movie is described by this 5-word summary? John Wick, time-traveling mailbox. John Wick, time-traveling mailbox.
Mailbox.
Yeah.
John Wick. Time traveling mailbox.
What's coming to your mind, Dools? Talk us through it.
Honestly, nothing. This is an interesting. John. Okay, so who's very action heavy time travel movie?
Oh,
No. Well, I don't know why. Oh, hold on. Oh, dude, I haven't even seen Bill and Ted. Give me the point.
is that your final answer, Dools?
Well, I don't know because I haven't seen them, and I don't know which one you're talking about. So if it's Bill and Ted, you got to give me the point.
If it is either of those films, I will give you the point. But is that your final answer?
John Wick time traveling mailbox. Mailbox?
Yep.
Because I haven't seen the movie. I mean, that could, for all I know, be a fucking. Okay. Time traveling. What the
People
fuck?
are
hold on.
screaming at their speakers.
No, there isn't time travel in the Matrix, is there? No. Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, okay, Bill and Ted.
It's incorrect, Dools. So
fuck me.
by John Wick, I of course meant Keanu Reeves, and time-traveling mailbox, I was referring to The Lake House, Dools, the romantic film between him and Sandra Bullock, where they both live in 2 different time periods, and they communicate through this time-traveling mailbox.
Oh, that's so fucking lame. Have you seen that movie?
I have, and it is fucking lame. It is not good, dude. It's really not good. I thought you'd get that. It's all right. You'll get this one though, Dools. Question
Why
number
would
6.
I get that?
Question number 6. Ryan Johnson's.
No, don't worry. Yeah, go ahead.
Ryan Johnson's Looper came out in what year? And I'll have a year buffer. All right. So if it's 1 year either side, I'll give it to you. Ryan Johnson's Looper came out in what year? What do you think? Yeah.
Looper.
Great film.
So 20.
Great film. Like another good combination between Bruce Willis and Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Thought it was awesome. Great concept of the time travel. Gonna give you a 5 count here, Dools. 5.
Yeah. Okay. When was Last Jedi? 2017.
2017.
I'm gonna say 2013.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
I'm giving you the point, Dools. It was 2012. So a year
Yeah,
either way.
that was my next one. Yeah.
No,
Okay.
good work. That was good. That was good, Dools.
Cheers, Haz. Cheers.
Round of
cheers.
applause.
Thanks. Appreciate the buffer.
No worries, mate. I was tempted not to do it, but I know how you get. Question number 7, Dools. Question number 7. In Terminator 2 Judgment Day, one of the best sequels of all time, what is the name, or the nickname, but is the name of the robot/Terminator that's played by Robert Patrick?
You're asking for like the fucking model name.
Yeah, it's everyone knows this, Dools. Come on. This is an easy one.
I've certainly seen T2 like a couple times. I mean, the fucking T2000.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
You're
Fuck
fucking
off.
close. It's the T1000.
Oh fuck. Well, it's because I thought it was a second movie. Then
I'm gonna give you half a point for that, Dools. I shouldn't, but I'm gonna.
So wait. What was Arnie called in the first one?
I know the Terminator.
Just the T.
Probably. T100, I think it was.
Okay.
Dools, question number 8. This is a tough one. I'm going to be honest. Is The Time Traveler's Wife a really fucking creepy movie?
The Time Traveler's Wife. I've never even heard of that.
Well, it's kind of a guess then for you, isn't it?
You're a piece of shit.
Is The Time Traveler's Wife a fucking creepy movie?
Wait, what? Are you asking me if it's a creepy movie?
Yeah. I feel like this question should have come and gone so long ago.
I don't. Is it a real movie?
Yeah, it's a real movie starring Eric Bana.
And what's your definition of creepy?
Let me give you the synopsis of the film. This woman marries a time traveler, and he goes back in time to talk to her as she's about a 6-year-old child, as a full-grown man, telling her that he's
stop right there. Yeah,
she's gonna fall in love with him. Yeah. So what's your final answer, Dawes?
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, that took way too long.
Talk to the 6-year-old version of his wife. Yeah, I don't really. Oh my god, who thinks of that shit?
Let me add up what you got so far. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. So you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5 out of 8. Not bad. Question number 9, Dawes. In Back to the Future Part 2, what is the name of Biff's casino? I've got 3 options. It's multi-answered. Is it A, Biff Tannen's Pleasure Paradise? B, Biff Tannen's Treasure Palace? Or C, Biff's? Do you want the question again, Dawes?
That's right.
Do you want the options again?
For some reason, I feel like it is just Biff's, eh?
Is it A, Biff Tannen's Pleasure Paradise? B, Biff Tannen's Treasure Palace? Or C, Biff's? What are you thinking, Dawes?
Biff Tannen's Treasure Palace.
I'm going to give you Yep.
Sorry, what was A again?
Biff Tannen's Pleasure Paradise. I'm going to give you a 5 count here.
That's a Biff name. Yeah, I'm not 100% certain, but that would be my answer. Yeah, A.
Is that your final answer, Dawes?
Yeah.
I'm going to need your hands for the next question, Dawes, because I saw you looking down there, and that is correct. That is correct.
So me looking down. I'm looking away. That's what you do when you think, Kaz.
Question 10, Dawes.
They're up here, boss. Come on. What are you accusing me of?
Question 10. In Men in Black 3,
Oh fuck.
who plays a younger Agent K? Usually played by Tommy Lee Jones.
Oh, Josh Brolin.
Easy answer, Dawes, and that is
I haven't
brings
even
you to
seen
the
it.
end. Brings you to the end. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I gave you half a point because you said 2T2000, which is totally incorrect. So you got 7.5, Dools. How'd you think you went?
Yeah, not bad.
Nice.
Considering, there's a question about Eric Bana being potentially a pedophile and Keanu Reeves in a time-traveling mailbox. I mean, yeah, just terrible questions. But all things considered not bad. So I guess by default, I could even give myself 9.5. Just based on the fact that had I gotten better questions, I'd probably, assuming I would get them correct, which of course I would. 9.5 out of 10. That's pretty good from me.
Congratulations, Dools. Roll us out, Dools. Send us home.
Thanks for tuning in to the More Cops on Duty podcast. Each and every Wednesday, it would be. Wednesday and Friday, we bring you a podcast. The Friday episode's a little few and far between these days, but we're bringing you a Tenet review very soon. And with more new movies coming out every week, it feels like.
Yeah, we've got
there'll be
the New
more.
Mutants next week, which will be fun.
Yeah. That'll be the first X-Men movie I've seen since Logan.
Logan.
If we don't count Deadpool. Which
Wouldn't count Deadpool.
Yeah. So thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.